Hey guys, it's Burgos here, and this is going to be an updated guide over the spendings in Call of Dragons. Since I think there was a spending guys before like 1 year, 2 year, and I'm not quite sure they're relevant so far in Call of Dragons. So at least I'm going to share with you over what I'm spending and what I wish to buy. Let's say it like this, because obviously I'm not a whale, I'm not a kraken, so I'm going to start with the best value stuffs and continue further. Now, first thing first, obviously monthly packs is still here. Now, why I have like 179 days and 122 days? Maybe this is going to be a question for the people. It's like, is this dude think he's going to maybe still playing Call of Dragons the next 6 months and he's having like 179 days here? Well, the short answer is yes. This is one of the things, but I buy the monthly packs when I push for purchase payback, and purchase payback count how many gems you're receiving from purchasing specific pack. And when you purchase, so for example this pack, you're going to get 1.5k. Here it's going to be 750, but still this is one of the best packs in Call of Dragons, the monthly packs. The next one I spent is actually daily deals. Right now I'm working over Thunderlin. She's like 5553. So I'm working over her. After this, maybe I'm going to focus a little, maybe over Zeta, because Muxiank is already awakened, or maybe Bahorn. Now, something that I really like over Bahorn is this critical rate, and with Celestials, is going to do just decent amount of damage. But yeah, so far I'm spending over the daily deals and I'm working over my Thunderling. So this is the other thing. But if you don't want to spend over the dailies, the other thing that I can suggest you, and it's a good one, is the Titan Legacy. Obviously, in the Titan Legacy, you're going to get a lot of Forge of Light keys. This is extremely important if you want to open the Exemplar and getting more artifacts. No joke, artifacts, heroes was one of the milestones back in the days. Right now, heroes is like less important from artifacts and pets. So here you can even get regenerational potions. What else you can get? Forge keys, also more forge keys. It's like tons of forge keys here, and here you can get like extra 70 18 tokens just from here. If you don't get it, it's going to be 1. If you get it, it's going to be 19. So in total, I think it was like 28 29 tokens. You got just tokens you're going to receive when you finish the Titan Legacy. And I'm on my way. More of this case. Look at this thing. And obviously here you're going to get 1 extra artifact. If you're cavalry, you're lucky because you're going to have Sorwan Blade and Spring Blades. And Kingslayer you can actually get from the forge, the normal forge, you know, this thing here. There is a probability for Kingslayer. Believe it or not, but my Kingslayer is actually level 5. It's a tier 5. So, you know, if you're lucky to get it, this is extremely cool artifact. So you're going to have like for three cavalry legions artifacts with them, which is extremely nice. Especially Spring Blades is something that is extremely hard to be get it. Is not from the draws here. I think it should not be here. Yeah, it's not here. So Spring Blades and Sorwan Blade is here. But yeah, Spring Blade is not there, so it's like this is very nice. So this is the three bundles. Sometimes when I get a legendary hero, for example, if I manage to summon, for example, Falgrim, and the moment I summon him, I'm going to have a pop-up with 10 universal tokens. This is one of the pop-ups I also buy in Call of Dragons. Now, this is so far my spendings in the game. There was one dude that told me I'm free to play because I have like 97 billion power, but yeah, I have some spendings here and there. Now from there, what else I spent? I spent over the wiki spin. I don't know where this video is going to come out, but the thing I do is I only go for the first 10 rows and I get like 5 Kuma tokens, for example. and that's all I do. For example, I can most likely I'm going to buy the pack and till this thing finish. I'm going for the 10 spins in the wiki spin and 10 spins with the free spin. So I'm going to have like one more free spin because like 1 day and 5 hours. So I'm going to have 3 spins. So I have to buy 7 tickets and I finish over the wiki spin. For the Fortune flight, sometimes I get bundles, sometimes I don't. But in general, I'm collecting these Forge of Light keys to have like 270 keys just to be sure I'm going to get the artifact I'm looking for. And my last draws from the Forge of Light, it cost me 230 draws to get one artifact that I was looking for, because you basically select the artifact you want to get, and it take me like 230. So this is one of the suggestions I make to the people, is like collect 270 keys and you're going to be 100% sure you're going to get the artifact, because you're going to hit the pit. The moment you hit the pit, you're going to get the artifact. And wish coins, not huge fan, but from time to time I get some wish coins. So this is what I'm buying. Now, what is actually good one that I wish I can actually buy, and it's going to be from the great value. Obviously, what is this thing? Goblin Market Voucher. Yeah, this is for Wikispin. Very strange name, by the way. This is a good bundle. The other good bundle is Heroes of Tamaris, especially if you're looking to awake a hero way more faster. From here, you're going to get tokens, you're going to get enough gems to go in the VIP shop and buy like 20 extra tokens. And Glorious Journey, I think this one is also a good bundle, because you really don't want to get stuck in the Dead Kingdom. So you have to be prepared with some migrational permits, because if you don't have the permits to migrate out and you're sitting in the Dead Kingdom, this is going to affect your first of all gameplay experience, because you're going to be in the Dead Kingdom. For example, you're in the one alliance, the alliance decide we're going to migrate in this server, we're going to merge with the Alliance X, and you're not having the permits, you don't go with them, and there is like maybe 20-30 people left over, or maybe 50, which is not that active because they was not selected in the migration pool, or they just don't want to go. Whatever was the reason, you can end up in very bad situation if you don't have prepared some migrational permits. Now, so far the game actually bring us back some migrational permits, and I have like 76, so I'm prepared whatever actually happen to be prepared. Now, here comes the actions here. I have never participated. For example, this one, there is a bid over it. It's a 1-star. If you want to sell this thing, you're going to get like 5,000 coins. Right now, the bid is for 7.2 thousand. So it's like 2,000 more from what you can actually receive if you sell it. So I think this is a good price for this thing, especially if you need them for sure. Now this one is a very good one, especially the 2-star one. Is you're going to see a lot of pets doing crazy damage with this skill, apart from the damage performance. Your war pet has 40% chance to deal damage to the target when your deputy casts a rage skill. Obviously, if we see the new pet skill here, is going to be way more expensive. Yeah, this one, for example. Look at this thing, it's like 29,000. This one, if you sell it, is going to cost so much. It's going to cost so much. Even this one, 4,000. I think this, I don't know. But yeah, the new pet thing, especially with the new infantry, the synergy there is crazy. And the new infantry heroes is a game changer in Camp of Dragons. So no wonder this is like 29k. But yeah, I don't participate in this thing, especially from the point of pet coins, because I just don't have that many pet coins. Now this one I have never actually buy anything of this. You can basically select some of the resources here, but again, I have never actually buy anything here. From the pet exchange, if I get surprise present from somebody, basically sending me 100 bucks or something like this, I actually spend it on the exchange coins or I go for gems. Because you know you have to buy all the bundles till you actually hit the 100 bucks bundle. And yeah, I don't spend that much, but yeah, I still buy some stuffs from here or from the Grim Wishes. You can directly buy for 100 bucks the bundle there. uh Blizzard Journey, I was thinking over this thing for long, but yeah, this is something that I don't care that much, and this is, you know, increasing the amount you're training right now, the capacity when you're training, which is something that I don't care that much. It's still giving you universal and training speedups. That is working fine for me, giving some extra VIP. But this one is something that I I I don't care that much about it. So well, let me check it out. Do I miss something? Sometimes there is going to be for Fortune Flight also a good bundle. The first three at least is very nice. Daily deals, we already spoke about this one. We spoke about this one. This one, yeah, I think actually I cover almost everything there. Now, since I get swarmed, I guess I get something like this green plus over my screen as a bundle. When I saw the value that I'm going to receive from this bundle and what I'm spending, I think they should improve this bundle, what this bundle is giving, because it's not nearly enough. I mean, for me, it's better to buy other bundles from this. You know, when you get attacked and you lose a lot of troops, you got this green pop up over your screen, which I don't think is that crazy value there. So I think this is actually the little updated spending guide in Call of Dragons. If you have something on your mind, you can share it in the comments. You know, but yeah, the majority of the things is going to be from your gems and getting the 24-hour speed ups. If you get some gems from purchasing bundles, Generation 4 hero tokens is also a good option. The 8-hour speed ups is also a good option. Now teleports is always good option because there is a lot of moving on the battlefield and etc. Sometimes you can use like 10 or maybe 20 teleports in one day, just maneuvering or maybe fighting at this gate. After this you teleport and you support and you teleport back and stuff like this. So yeah, I guess this will for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit one like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.